Thailand, what's it all about? 35 million tourists visit Thailand per year, and millions of foreigners are enjoying the bar scene, the nightlife and the ladies. And when you're surrounded by guys of all different ages and backgrounds, sat with a beautiful looking Thai bar girl or freelancer looking happy as F, without a care in the world, and that is when your journey begins, because it becomes normalized. Today guys, I'm going to tell you my biggest regret from living in Thailand for 9.5 years, and it all started at the very beginning with a woman called Pan. When I first went to Thailand, I was extremely bored. I wasn't interested in bar girls, freelancers or any of that. As far as I looked at that type of work, let's call these women creatures of the night, because we have to be careful what we say on YouTube. So creatures of the night back in England had one tooth and they were sticking needles in their arms. Yeah, that's how I looked and perceived those type of women. And when I went over to Thailand, I had no interest whatsoever, but my friend had a lot of interest and I was on holiday with him. And he was going in the bars, getting a different bar girl every day and enjoying himself and living very crazy. He was steaming drunk every night, got us into a lot of problems on the holiday, load of issues. And I was quite fed up, and expats that had been living in Thailand for 25 plus years noticed that I wasn't happy. So they asked me why, and they explained what I just explained to you guys. And they said, listen son, you're not in England anymore. This is Thailand. In Thailand, everything's different. Everything that you learn from your own country, leave it there. Over here, it's normal. It's not frowned upon to be with bar girls and freelancers and massage girls. And what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand. So fill your boots and enjoy yourself. Stop thinking so much and just try to enjoy your holiday before it's over. So I'm thinking, wow, these guys have been here a long time. They seem like normal guys and they're a lot older than me. Maybe I should listen. So anyway, cut a long story short, there was a girl that I'd seen a lot in a bar and I got chatting to her and she seemed all right to get on with, and I never ever seen her go with a customer. So I thought, go on then, and I chose this girl. But I still struggled to be able to do anything with her because I felt like it was wrong. It was weird and strange and icky, and I had ego and I had pride and stuff. And yeah, I really struggled with it. And this is an honest story, guys. And after about 5 days of being with this girl every single day and not doing anything with her in the bedroom department, she said to me, I'm going to go back to the bar. And I said, why? She goes, you don't like me. You obviously don't like me. You're not interested in me. So I explained the reasons why I've not touched her, etc. And again, she gave me the same kind of sales pitch, you know. This is Thailand. It's different. It's not your country. Stop looking at everything so bad, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I decided to do the deed. And then I got emotionally involved and I simped to the max. And I got involved with this girl, and it was the biggest regret that I personally have ever had. And I've had quite a few regrets, and I've had quite a few learning experiences over that 9.5 years, because Thailand is like a totally different world. It's very different to back in the UK, and there's a lot to learn in order to really understand what Thailand is all about and what these women are all about. But let me tell you, I'll give you a bit of some examples. I'm not going to go into depth because this story could take over an hour. So I made a lot of mistakes. I rented a house for 35,000 baht per month. By this time, I was living in Thailand. 35,000 baht a month, beautiful house. And I got speaking to the Phalang owner, the foreign owner, and he was on about trying to sell it for an extremely cheap price, for a couple of million. And he basically said that if I paid a deposit, he's happy with monthly payments. He won't sign it into anybody's name. He'll get a lawyer involved. And at the end of the 5 years, I can put it into any Thai person's name that I want. So even back then, I mean, I might have been stupid, but I wasn't going to put a 2-3 million baht house inside some bar girl's name. So luckily for me, I have a brother-in-law who has a brother who's been here for a long time, who's a multi-millionaire, and he owns the biggest fish farm franchise in the whole of Thailand. So I thought, right, if I do this over 5 years, I'll just put it in his name or his wife's name and I'll be protected. So I thought, right, okay then. So I paid the deposit, a couple of 100,000 baht, and I think I made 1 or 2 payments before I decided, nah, I'm getting out of here. And the reason why things went south is because I had enough of this girl by then. I mean, I noticed that she was bipolar. A lot of them are that work in the bars. I've learned that over the years, but we'll go into that in a different video. She was bipolar, and whenever I tried to leave her, she tried to pretend to off herself. Yeah, she'd grab the hose pipe that was attached to the wall outside the house and wrap it around her neck. She would lock herself in the car and wrap the wire around her neck and pretend to off herself, but she literally had marks around her neck. This woman was absolutely nuts. And when someone does that, you're actually fearing about your own safety, because you think if she does something to off herself, I'm in a foreign country, the police get involved, they might think I've done it if she does, you know, the worst, and I'm going to get in big trouble. So you always try to, well, I tried to calm it down, and then she'd cry and get upset, and then you feel sorry for them, and then you end up getting back with them for some stupid, weird reason. And I can only put it down to your emotions and feeling a bit like worried about the situation. So not only that, I also put a deposit down for a car, put in her auntie's name. So the way that I looked at it is that, fair enough, if I lose my deposit, I'm not bothered, but we've got a car, it's on monthly payments, and if we break up, I don't have to pay those monthly payments moving forward. So great. So yeah, that happened, we broke up, but I didn't have to pay those monthly payments, but I lost out on my deposit. I also bought 3 motorbikes. I ended up leaving 2 of the motorbikes, but luckily they were a bit cheaper. A Honda CBR 300, but I'd rode that around for quite a while, and a Thai motorbike, a Thai maker like motorbike, which wasn't super expensive. And then I had my Kawasaki Ninja 650. But unfortunately, I put the Kawasaki Ninja 650 in her name, but I paid for it with my bank card. So I ended up breaking up from this woman eventually, and I got away. And she always tried to message me, contact me, ask me to make the payments for the car because she was struggling to make the payments for the car. She ended up selling the car to her sister because her sister could afford to keep up the repayments. And then a few years later, all of a sudden, a guy gets in contact with me from England, a guy called, nicknamed Wiz, W-H-I-Z-Z, horrible ginger guy that was living in Chiang Mai. And he was in the province that I was in, going to the local police station to basically state that I've stolen my own bike, and he's got the logbook for it and it belongs to him now as he's the new owner. So I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is going on here? This woman has caused me so many dramas over the years with her bipolar and pretending to off herself and all the drama that come with her, which half of it I've not even mentioned. What the hell am I going to do now? So I had to get a lawyer, pay 50,000 baht for the lawyer. So the lawyer told the police we're taking it to court, so you can't take the bike. I had to hide the bike at a friend's house because I was worried the police were going to take it off me, but that didn't happen. The police never really turned up. I ended up going to court. I had to prove that I paid for the bike, which I could easily do via my bank. I think I used Bangkok Bank to pay it. So those statements and everything I could prove, and she would not be able to prove that she had a job that was making enough money and had that money at the time to purchase that bike, and that I didn't know that obviously she was going to do this to me. I didn't know that I couldn't own a bike, etc., and I could put it in my name because I was brand new back then. And eventually, yeah, after the long court process, I got the bike awarded to me. The ginger English guy, Wiz, disappeared. Never heard from him again. I offered to meet him. I said, listen, mate, I don't know what she's told you, what BS you've been told or you've been informed about, but let's meet. and let's have a chat. And I said, and if you get cocky, I'm happy to go and meet you out on a rice field, yeah, because you're a fellow English guy, you've been blagged by some bloody ex-bar girl or still bar girl, and she's painted me as the big bad man for you to come and get the motorbike that's apparently hers, that she's paid for. Are you more simple than me? So anyway, this is how crazy it is. I've never experienced anything like this back in England. And I won that, and eventually she disappeared. The last I know about this woman, she was dating an Indian guy for a bit, and then now she's had a baby with an English guy again that's apparently got quite a bit of money, and he's spending all his money on her. And yeah, guys, the point of this story, and the reason why I'm telling you this story, is that in Thailand, a lot of things are normalized, such as being with a bar girl, being with a freelancer, dating them, getting involved with them, and thinking that it's okay because every guy around you is doing the same. Yeah, that's what it seems like. They're not. A lot of them are just messing about and being with them for a couple of days or a night, and that's it. But actually having a relationship with them, they will make out that they are a decent person, a good person, they love you, they want a family with you. They'll do everything in order to get you, especially if they think you've got money, because they are financially struggling and they want a good life, they want an easy life, and they don't care, a lot of them, how they get it, and they will say and do anything they can to achieve that goal. Now guys, that was my worst regret financially. That was the only financial part of my whole journey was at the beginning. It was my learning curve, so to speak. It was a very big learning curve. It could have been a lot worse, but luckily at that time I was still generating plenty of money every day, every week, and I still had money, so I was okay. It didn't cripple me, luckily. But I know a lot of guys that have got into situations like mine, worse than mine. They've bought houses, they've bought land, they've bought businesses, and they've lost it all. I lost 2 motorbikes, a car that I put a deposit down, and a house that I put a deposit down on. So I lost a few hundred thousand baht in total, yeah? And a lot of time and a lot of misery, because a lot of these girls do tend to have bipolar tendencies, do tend to have mental health issues. And what do you expect when you're drinking in a bar every single day and you're constantly around new, different foreigners that you're getting involved with? You're either getting used for the night for a fee, or an hour for a fee, or you're playing girlfriend style with these guys, trying to milk them, and then you're getting let down, or it doesn't work out. And it can make these girls extremely ruthless. They will still act like butter doesn't melt, but at the end of the day, they don't even like you. They're with you because you've got money and you're a paying customer, basically. And that was definitely my biggest regret. And if you're not afraid and you're willing to tell everybody else about your own biggest Thailand regret, then please put it down in the comments. Or if you want to share it properly, send me an email. If you want to do a video call and share stories, swap situations that you've been through with myself, I'll jump on camera, we'll do a video call. I just want to do a lot more on this channel than just share stories all the time. I mean, I've been in Thailand for 9.5 years, and in order to gain experience, you've had to have gone through a lot of stuff, and I've been through a hell of a lot of stuff over in Thailand. But I've learned a hell of a lot, and all the mistakes I've made, I would never ever do again in a million years. I can see them coming. I know exactly what's going on, and that's the kind of information that I need to be sharing on this channel. So I'm going to start structuring things more. I'm going to start, I've got a list of all different subjects of what I'm going to talk about. What's life really like in Isan, for example? What's life like living in Jomtien? Bang Saray, where I was, Isan life, what's day-to-day life like. There's a lot of information that I can give you from the experience that I've accrued for the past 9.5 years. And hopefully everything I've learned can teach some people not to make the same mistakes and be a lot wiser along the way. There's not that many honest channels left online, guys, let's face it. The YouTube algorithm loves fantasy, loves to sell the dream. So a lot of content creators will sell the dream to you because that's what you want to hear, and that's what gets engagement and gets views, and what makes a content creator popular. Nobody wants to tell the cold hard truths to anybody, and nobody wants to get on camera and tell everybody about their mess ups, yeah, and basically say, hey, I'm a super simp, or I was a super simp, but I've grown up now, I've evolved, and I would never ever be a simp again. And if I have to speak hard to people and I have to give them a shake to wake them up on this channel, I will do, in order to try and save you. Guys, put your comments down below and send me an email if you want to share your story, and if you want to put your face on camera and speak about what you've been through, what's happened to you, in order to help others, because 35 million people are going to Thailand every year, and at least 10-15 million of them are Western guys that are getting involved in the nightlife scene, the bar scene, and they're going through this whole process right now. So guys, get them emails sent in. Take care and ciao for now. Bye bye.